What's up, everybody? I know it's a little weird. You can see my ears. I don't think you guys have ever seen my ears on this channel because I always have my headset on. But yeah, I kind of wanted just to hop on the camera just because I've been thinking a lot lately about how blessed we are with anime in 2023. And not just anime, but just animation in general. It's just been on another level. Now, I really got into the medium around 2020, 2021 when I started watching Naruto, which I thought was the peak. I never thought it was going to get any better than that. And boy, was I wrong, because as I go on, I continue just to find more and more some of my favorite series of all time. I just wanted to go through and highlight just a little bit of what we've got this year on the terms of anime and just animation in general. So we'll just start. At the start of the year, we got Demon Slayer Season 3. I think was probably the weakest season of the series so far, and even that is just head and shoulders above so many other shows that people watch. The animation is beautiful, and what they're able to do with CGI and bringing in all these top tier animators all the time is just insane. The level of quality they were putting out on a weekly basis with this show is like almost unmatched. Well, at least until this year, because this year it's been just so insane, and it's just really good. Great action as always, great story, super emotional, just overall really good. Now that brings me to my next point. About 10 years in the making, this anime, we finally got the end of Attack on Titan. Now they split it up into two separate movies that they released at the start of the year and one just recently at the end of the year. And let me tell you, these movies are mind-blowing. I think Attack on Titan is a must-watch for people who aren't even into anime, as it's like one of just the greatest stories ever told. It's so well connected in every bit, and they finally wrapped it off with just the most beautiful animation. I heard a lot of people didn't like the ending, but I thought it was great. I thought it was the perfect conclusion to the story, and I thought they really didn't have a whole lot of other ways to go with it. And the message to end that show is just beautiful. Like, we're just so blessed that we were able to even see the end of Attack on Titan, which is why I always thought it was funny that people were complaining about how long it's taking Attack on Titan to come out. But yeah, truly just a great wrap up to an amazing series that I don't think anyone will ever forget. Okay, now moving on. We got the second part of Bleach, The 1,000-Year Blood War. This season was crazy. I was convinced it was going to have Anime of the Year, and I'm honestly just super excited for more Bleach. Kept giving and giving and giving. Like, the whole season. Every episode, it somehow topped the last one, and it just got completely insane by the end. Like, the animation was beautiful, and I thought I wasn't going to get anything better than that, or anything even on the level of that, for the whole season. Theo Periot was cooking. Now let's just hope that Boruto can get that same treatment. In case you guys can't tell, I'm a One Piece fan. I love One Piece. It is my second favorite piece of entertainment ever in any medium. It's my second favorite piece of entertainment ever. Number one being Gintama, but that's just more like a comfort show. I think One Piece is probably better than Gintama, but we have been absolutely eating as One Piece fans. Every single week, the level of quality they're able to come up with, give or take a few episodes here or there, because obviously not, but the level of quality they have in a weekly ongoing anime that's not seasonal is an actual anomaly. All the top-end talent and just crazy things they've been able to do this entire season is just something unmatched that I don't think we'll honestly ever see again. It's like seriously just been a joy to watch. I know people thought Wano went just a little too long, but I don't know. I just think the animation is so good, and it's just a spectacle to see every week how well they're able to do. Please adapt more than one chapter at a time, Toei. Now, moving on from One Piece, we're going to talk about probably what I think deserves Anime of the Year so far, and probably like the most hyped up and most controversial show of the season, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Now, this season has been amazing. Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen was super well made. One of the best just pure pieces of action shonen I've ever seen. Season 1 already had my favorite animation style out of any anime or like animated TV show I've ever seen. And somehow in Season 2, they were able to one-up themselves and just keep it going. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is the definition of every single episode gets crazier. But when I try to just think of pure fights, I don't think any anime has better fights than Jujutsu Kaisen. Every single fight, you don't think it can get better. Now, I can't talk about Jujutsu Kaisen without talking about the controversies over the horrible schedule they've been given and just like the overworking they have. So it's gotten really bad to the point where like the animators don't even want to finish this season because they're not proud with their work, which just really sucks to hear as a fan because I love each and every episode. You have so many just on S tier fights on top of S tier fights. It just never feels like it's stopping. Now, for example, this last episode we watched was only supposed to be 30% done. And I think think it might be my favorite anime episode of all time, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 17. Just a masterclass in how to make an anime episode. And it's super sad that a lot of the people who are animating this stuff don't even get to feel proud the way they want to, because they don't even get to do their full work. It's gotten to the point where like they're having like genuine health issues, like actual overworking health issues. And I think I stand for everyone when we say that we're willing, like we don't care about getting Jujutsu Kaisen as soon as possible. We want the people who are making it to love it as much as we do, and we also want them to do a good job. There's a new anime that's been coming out, which is actually on delay right now, called Zom 100. Which is just beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of art, a beautiful spectacle to look at, and to me, it really feels like a passion project. And it's all from a new studio who haven't really made a whole like other anime, and they're just coming out, and every single week they're bringing the heat. Now they have had to do some delays, but again, we take those delays over this overworking issue like what Mappa's dealing with. Now moving on, what I think is maybe it's the anime that slipped past me the most and that I've caught up to and have been most excited to watch this entire season is called Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this, as it's made by Madhouse, the same studio that animates shows like One Punch Man, Death Note, Black Lagoon, just a bunch of other animes that people, notable animes, and they haven't really been in the game too much lately, and they made their comeback, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Now, this is more of like a philosophical journey, like a lot more similar to Vinland Saga Season 2, which we'll talk about in a second here, but it's a lot more of like a philosophical journey, just talking about how this elf deals with her journey after the rest of her friends grow old and die, because she doesn't age. So it's slowly just her like finding her place in the world and trying to find ways to come to peace with everything that's going on. And the animation is beautiful, piled with a beautiful story and a beautiful soundtrack. I just think it's amazing right now. Oh, let me go to Vinland Saga Season 2. Vinland Saga Season 2 is one of the most ambitious changes of a genre of anime I've ever seen. Vinland Saga Season 1 draws you in with its crazy action shonen fights, a crazy just basic revenge story, and the way it ends, I won't spoil anything, but the way it ends has you wondering, like, how is this character going to continue to keep living? His goal, the goal he had for the whole first season, gets completed by somebody else at the end of Season 1. So Season 2 is just this big, long journey of Thorfinn, the main character, trying to figure out where his place in this world is, what he's here to do, and just, like, how to actually come to true peace. And it's genuinely beautiful. Like, it is a beautiful, beautiful anime. Like, a lot of people don't like it, and I just think you need to take out the idea that you're going to have this beautiful action manga or, like, action anime, and just take it for what it is. Just take the lessons from that, and you can, like, actually apply that shit into your life. Like, it's really, really good. And now, let me highlight probably my favorite anime of this entire year. It's an anime called Link Click. Now, I'd never heard about this until like 2 days ago when I was watching one of Moist Critical's videos, and he mentioned Link Click and how it's super underrated and that like everybody should give it a watch. And I genuinely think this is such a must watch for anybody, not just people who are into anime. I think everybody should watch this show. It's beautiful. So I'll just give you a quick little description of what the show is. So pretty much there's two friends, right? And they have a business where if somebody brings them a photo, they're able to enter the photo as the person who took the picture. So they'll clap hands, and one of them will go and turn into the person that took that photo back in time during that time. And they get 12 hours to go and actually live this person's life. It's like super focused on them not messing up the timeline and stuff. And as it normally does with time travel animes, this show gets really crazy and it's just great. Now, it's a Chinese anime, right? It has a great English dub, in my opinion, and the animation style is just something I don't think I would ever see in a Japanese anime. It's just really good. A lot of the scenes remind me of like almost Into the Spider-Verse. The way they draw the backgrounds and the way that like just like the landscape and just art in general is almost its own story entirely. This anime is beautiful. There's like tragic moments. There's so many wholesome moments. It'll really pull at your heartstrings. Like, the end of every single episode just makes you want to watch the next one so bad. Like, so badly. Soundtrack is amazing. And let me talk to you about the first intro of this series, guys. Now, Season 1 didn't come out this year, but I'm still just going to highlight how much of a banger the intro in this show is. It's probably my favorite anime intro of all time, just because of the animations, because of the song. The song is in English, so obviously I can understand it. But it is beautiful, guys. This is just such a beautiful show. And like I said, I think it's a must-watch for anybody, even people who aren't into anime. So Watch Link Click. You will not regret it. So this season we also had Pluto come out. Pluto is an anime made by Urasawa, the same guy who made Monster and 20th Century Boys, which are two of my favorite manga. Even though I haven't finished Monster, I just love his art style and the way he tells a story. And yeah, they gave Pluto an anime, and it's pretty much like a dark version of Astro Boy. That was his point. So it's great, guys. Netflix made it, and the animation is top tier. Just finishing off, I just want to highlight a little more just about like how good animation in general has been lately. I mean, this year alone, we got Across the Spider-Verse, right? Across the Spider-Verse is maybe, in my opinion, probably the greatest animated movie of all time. But just on top of that, we got Puss in Boots 2, which the world was raving about when it came out. Beautiful animation, great story, just an awesome movie overall. We even got Ninja Turtles, another similar style animated story, and it's just amazing. So of all the anime I've talked about so far, those are only the ones I've watched. I've watched so much anime this season, just this year, just coming out season by season, and they just continue to slap. There's always something to watch, and I pretty much just made this video just to say, like, there's never been a better time to get into the medium of anime or just animation in general. Everything is just leveling up constantly, and they just keep outdoing each other, and it's amazing to see. Also, I forgot to say it at the end of the video, but subscribe if you like this video, guys. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to wrap it up and just say, like, it's just a great year to be a fan of animation in general, guys. Also, Rurouni Kenshin came out, but we hate the author of that, so I didn't really want to talk about it too much. But the remake is coming out, and it's pretty good.